cents and cashed out in both first and 11th. Johan's ROI is actually incredible in live tournament earnings. Good commentating. Are you doing tournament circuit? Yes, well, I travel the circuit, but not as a player, but I travel with the TV crew. So I travel quite a few stops. This year I think it's gonna be 12 or 13. Johan raises it with 3-2, gets a call from Jack 10. Very good flop for Ermo here. Flops an open ender. Johan, 3-2 a straight flush though. Still with the worst of it. Check from Ermo. And a bet of 400,000 from Johan. Let's see if Ermo is going to try and bluff at it and try to put in a little raise at some point. Still gonna continue calling. Calls with the open ender, 7 of diamonds. So Ermo doesn't get the straight, still with jack high. Johan with 3 high. Worst possible hand you can have at this moment. And now Ermo is going to lead out. Like this, I really do like this lead out. Ermo can very possibly have a hand like 4-7, 9-7 here. So you have to balance these hands out, these lead outs out with something like jack 10 or... Yeah, probably jack 10 is the best hand to do it with. That calls. Or maybe 10-8 that calls the flop. So he leads out for 700k and puts Johan in cage. Johan probably just going to have to fold it. But Johan has been capable of making some great bluffs against Ermo. Don't really see him doing it here though, without any equity whatsoever. There are no flush draws out there. $3 million in the middle. The fact that Johan hasn't folded yet, I don't think he's ever Hollywooding. When he's thinking that long, he's always thinking about a raise here. Kind of have a feeling that he's actually going to do it as well. Still thinking about it. Look at that. He's grabbing for chips. Look at that. Look at that. That's a raise to 2 million from Johan. That's a raise with some authority. Ermo getting actually decent price to chase for his draw here. 1.3 million. Pot is 5 million. We can see that Ermo is way ahead with his jack high though. But Ermo is visibly upset. He's not happy about that raise. I really like that lead from Ermo though, but not sure about that raise even from Johan, but it seems to be working. No equity for Johan on the turn and just makes a pure bluff at this spot. Just doesn't believe Ermo. Thinks that Ermo is never leading with a good hand here, and Ermo makes the call. So I mean, if Johan is gonna give up, then Ermo is probably gonna win this hand with a jack high, which would be sick. 6.3 million in the middle. That has turned into a very interesting hand. 7 of spades on the river. Ermo hates this river. He was hoping for an 8 or a king. But Johan, after getting called on a turn, can you really find a barrel there? Can you really find it in yourself to put in another bet? Or will you just give up and Ermo will just either bluff himself or win this spot with jack high? I honestly have no idea how this one is gonna go out. And now Ermo is gonna lead into this one more time. Now it's Ermo's turn to bluff at it. What is going on this hand? So Ermo is going to lead into this spot for 2.2 million, it seems like. 2.1 million. And now it's Johan, like, left with 3 high. What do I do here? I mean, unless Johan is just gonna over-raise him, which I just don't see him see happening ever. I think this is the time where Johan just has to give up. It's 2 players just bluffing and bluffing and bluffing. This is like 2003 poker. I love it. Some quality poker. They got balls, both of them. I agree. Jam and I can live in peace, says Tosso Carla. Latsim says aggro donk. Eat this aggro donk. I don't know what's with being rude. Very impressive hand though. 2.125 million is the bet on the river, and Johan has not yet folded his 3 high. Johan cannot beat the board. But for some reason, he's still thinking about it. That would be the sickest bluff of all time if Johan actually comes over the top here. Like the sickest bluff of all time. It's funny how people think that good poker is aggro donk. Man, thanks for saying that. I don't think it's a matter of like, it's not a dick swinging competition here. I think those both players are great players with different styles, and I don't think there's I just wow, this is just a great hand, and we should enjoy it the way it is. And I definitely don't think Johan is a bad player. I don't think Ermo is a bad player. They're very capable opponents. Just having a heads-up match, that is legendary. Whoever is gonna come out on top of this heads-up match deserves it. But this might be the hand to break the camel's back. Look at that. Johan has still not folded his 3 high. You can see that he really wants to do it. He just doesn't want to give up on this hand. He has heart. Look at that. No way. He's going to make the raise, and Ermo cannot call this. Ermo has been raised by Johan's 3 high one more time. Makes it 4.3 million, and Ermo is about to give up on life. Takes away the scarf, shakes his head, and he cannot call. He's gonna fold the jack then. Left with scratching his head. And take that, Agrodonk says, take that! That was one heck of a hand that we had a privilege to witness here. Nobody in this universe can say that Johan doesn't have a heart. Nobody can say that Ermo doesn't have a heart. But there can be no one to say that Johan